This episode of Taproom Travelers is brought to you by Pep's Draft House Pizza.
I am Shanna Meyer. I'm the taproom manager at Toppling Goliath, and welcome Taproom Travelers. So the vibe here at our taproom, in our company, is just our customers always are first. Our customers are our true boss. So we want to make them have the best experience. So this is a true destination brewery. We're a small town. We have people from all over the world coming here, and so we want to be the face of the best brand that there is in the world. So we are striving for excellent customer service, excellent food, excellent beer, and just the full experience from start to finish. So we have 2 levels. We have 3 bars, 1 outdoor bar with a really awesome, we call it a few different things, beer garden, beer shed, but it's basically a shelter with a roof. During the football season, when it's warm enough, here in Iowa, we have the TVs outside and the sound system outside and beers flowing on that bar outside. And then downstairs, we have 24 tap lines. A couple repeats in there just for some lovely growler fills to help the staff out and make that faster. When we opened, we didn't have the kitchen yet. We didn't have our chef yet. So the food has been really exciting, and it's been so successful and so great feedback. We are doing kind of some upscale bar food and pizzas, but we also have a great charcuterie board, and on beautiful boards we have really great pizzas that's kind of not a thin crust, not a thick, a little in between, makes everybody happy, I think. A few specialty pizzas. We have a really good Thai chicken pizza, salads with really great seared salmon on salads, and a really great house burger. When I say bar food, I mean like bar food for maybe more of a healthy side of things.
I'm Mike Sabo, and I'm the brewmaster at Toppling Goliath. Welcome. So our approach to hoppy beer is one where we like to produce the liquid translation of the hop. So there were plenty of hoppy beers that we tried earlier on before we were in the brewing industry. And some of those we liked more than others, and we found that the ones that really amplified the expression of the particular hops is what was more interesting to us. We weren't necessarily as interested in the IPAs that had more of a heavy malt backbone to them, and so we just knew that we really wanted to showcase the hops because that was our favorite part, and we thought that was interesting and different, and we found it extremely compelling. So that's the mission that we've been on. Okay, so how Pseudo Sue actually began, we originally had a beer that was called Tsunami Pale Ale, which was a fun hop-forward beer, but it was more focused on the Centennial hop. And I had wanted to go another direction with a hop that was relatively new to the industry at that time, which was the Citra hop. And so I wanted to make a different iteration upon Tsunami Pale. The name for Pseudo Sue is actually, it came from Pseudo Tsunami. So the first batch of beer that we released as Pseudo Sue was actually spelled TSU, short for tsunami. Well, when you write that out, it's easy to see that people are going to have issues pronouncing that. So that only lasted for one batch. We had to trade that name out and change it to its current spelling, which is SUE. And that's also where the Field Museum further downstream was able to join us. So we actually have a partnership with the Field Museum where we use the Sue name, and we have the Field Museum's branding on all of that packaging. It's actually developed and blossomed into very synergistic relationship, and now you can go to the Field Museum in Chicago and you can get pints of Pseudo Sue and King Sue and drink those beers right next to Sue the Dinosaur. So in our cellar area, we have a combination of 100-barrel tanks and 200-barrel tanks, and those are utilized for the majority of our production. Typically, Pseudo Sue always goes in a 200-barrel tank because that makes up the majority of our production. Other popular brands like Pompeii and our Golden Nugget IPA also go into 200-barrel tanks. Our 100-barrel tanks, we utilize those for some of our specialty brands. So King Sue will go in 100-barrel tanks, Fire Skulls and Money will go into 100-barrel tanks. Some of the brands that we still continue to offer in our 22-ounce bottles, although that is going to be transitioning to cans by early 2019. So one of the other things that's unique about us at Toppling Goliath is our barrel aging program. And what's particularly unique about us is we take more of a distiller's approach to our barrel aged beers. So we'll start off filling as many barrels as possible with an appropriately conditioned beer, but we're not going to end up with that amount at the end of the road. And there's a few contributing factors there. So there's always the evaporative loss that happens that's referred to as the angel share, but there's also our selection process, and that's where the distiller's approach starts to funnel in. All of our barrel-aged beer is aged for a minimum of 12 months, and typically we find the 14 to 16 or 18-month time frame to be about the sweet spot for us. Now, when you talk about something like our Kentucky Brunch, we actually filled around 10 barrels, I believe, and after the first year and a half of aging in bourbon barrels, well, there are only a handful of those ones that we felt made the cut for Kentucky Brunch. When you start with that amount of volume and it already gets funneled down into that, and then you transfer it to additional barrels, which is what we've done this time around for Kentucky Brunch, we're actually finishing it in maple syrup bourbon barrels. So there's a secondary cask finish, which has been a really fun project for us, but has drastically reduced our available yield. It has us extremely excited about the product we're going to put in front of people, but it really limits the amount of people that we're able to reach with it. So we try to spread that out as much as we can by limiting the purchase quantity to one per person, and our goal is to be able to produce more and more of that, and this brew house really allows us to grow our production. But as a function of aging our beer in barrels for 14, 16, 18 months or more, we're a year and a half out at the very least to see a considerable increase in quantity.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope you can come visit us here at Toppling Goliath.
So thank you guys for coming, and we look forward to seeing you here for a pint in Decorah, Iowa. Cheers.
Based out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, and available in grocery stores across the Midwest, Pep's Draft House Pizzas combine newly handcrafted recipes, exceptional ingredients, and big taste. Each style of pizza is inspired by award-winning breweries and restaurants from across the country. We recommend the Taproom Double with double the sausage and double the pepperoni. Ask about it wherever you shop for groceries or visit pepsoriginal.com to find a store near you. Pep's Draft House Pizza. Tap into that handmade, big flavor, and bigger topping pizza.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, you can click down below where there's some more episodes for you to watch. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on episodes that you do watch. We hope to see you next time.